Okay, today I'm going to show you just maintenance care of taking care of a coat and grooming. This is not for show, but this is to keep a dog in good health and keep that coat shed free and in good condition. Like I said, this is not for show. First, I always start with using some bag balm, and I just scoop some up, rub it in my hand, just so I can rub it on the bottom of their paws. Stay. Good boy. I do this weekly. Everything that I'm doing now, you'll see I do every week. I'll make a separate video on dremeling and trimming the paw fur. Next, what I normally do is I use cholesterol, which is a good conditioner for the feet hairs, and it keeps the hairs well moist so they don't break, and it does prevent staining. I just grab a little bit, not even much, and I always start at the nails and work my way up the leg. Boo-boo. Not boo-boo. And I always have a little excess on my hand, so I always put it on their belly fur. Since they're so low to the ground and we play ball all the time and they slide, just to keep those hairs from breaking and drying out, and it prevents staining. Next, I just take a squirt bottle of water and just spritz them all over. And I use several different coat conditioners. Today I'm using Isle of Dogs, a coat conditioner by them. Many of my conditioners make their coat more pliable, keeps the sun from fading, has a sunblock, easier to groom through. Good boy. See. Then I just rub that in. I'm just going to scrub him all over with my hands. And rub that into his skin, and this is going to loosen up any fur and bring some of that dead fur up to the surface. And he's got a real thick coat, so I have to rub for a while. A lot of times in the summer, I'll just take a hose them down, let them shake out, maybe go play ball while they're soaking wet, and then I'll take my blower and just blow them out. But the water is the big trick of lifting that fur up. I do not ever use the Furminator tool. Breaks the hair coat. Doesn't help the skin whatsoever. Next, I use what's called a greyhound comb. Well, it's just regular comb. But there's a large and medium space. I always go with the small space and just go through the hair coat. And as the coat dries, the easier that comb will go through, and when there's no extra fur that needs to come out, it goes through a lot easier. And as they dry, more of that fur that needs to come out will just start popping up. I always separate the pants and kind of comb through. And as you're going through, rubbing that water and conditioner in, you know, you're feeling for any lumps, bumps, anything weird in the coat. I normally, in the summer, just because of the sun and more of the dirt, right now we have a lot of snow, but I will bathe maybe once a month. Last time these guys were bathed was probably October. Good boy.
I gotta wait because the gay dog is wet. Kidding me. It's long.
I just keep combing until that fur is almost dry. Good boy. Hmm? Good boy. Hmm? Hmm? And as you can see, I hardly have any fur from him. Stay. After I'm done with that, I use a boar brush. Boar brush is really, really good. I'm picking up those little fine fur, laying the coat down the way you want it to, spreading those oils, conditioning the skin and the coat. And sometimes I have to use this brush on them twice because I get so much of that fine fur off. But doing this regimen will also keep dander down, condition the skin, you know, from being dry. Anytime you have a lot of dust, like I know a lot of you horse people, dogs are in the arenas. Got to get that dust out. When I used to take my dogs out with the horses, before I came home, they got brushed out and blown out to get that coat, that dirt out of the coat. Keeps your house a lot cleaner. There's hardly anything on the brush, which I'll clean out for the next dog. Then just because I spray conditioners and that, I always just put a little saline solution and artificial tears in their eyes, just in case any sprays got in there. And then the last thing I do is I'll brush their teeth. Hey, Bruiser. And I have several different things I do. I kind of rotate. One thing is that they really like is when I brush their teeth with coconut oil. But they get coconut oil 4 times a week. So we're going to use this stuff this time. Bro, quiet. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll do another video to show you how to Dremel and trim their paws. But like I do this weekly, and you won't have the shedding problem. And their coats will be nice and shiny. Colors will be nice and rich. And oh, the other thing is in the wintertime, I know a lot of people complain that their dogs are shedding even more. And sometimes that's because you need more humidity. It's kind of like your dry skin. So I have, where they sleep in their crates, I have a vaporizer running just to keep it more moist in there. And so they don't get that dry skin, kind of itchy back like what we get. But adding this water to the coat and conditioners help that a lot. And that's it. That's what I do weekly, and I don't get that much fur. Now, of course, when they're blowing coats, you know, I'll bathe, blow them out, and it takes a little more grooming. But this is what I do weekly, and I've got 14 dogs in here, and I don't have fur all over. So that's it.